Hello my friends, welcome all of you, almost 107,000 star seeds, light workers and wanderers to this beautiful channeling session wherein I have channeled the Pleiadians in order to ask about very interesting questions. First question was, someone had sent me an email regarding something known as Agenda 24, which was a plan that they were trying to do by 2024. So I never heard about it, so I wanted to ask what that was. And it is mind-blowing and amazing what is going to happen in 2024. So we need to be very careful. So listen to the session. Also in this channeling session, the truth about Bigfoot has been revealed. Recently there was a video which was circulating all around the internet, which claimed to be a Bigfoot video captured in Colorado by a couple who are in a romantic trip. The revelations about Bigfoot actually goes deeper. There are various types of Bigfoots. They are from different densities. It's amazing. The revelation in this session is absolutely amazing, as well as the evolution of the soul of Bigfoots has been revealed in this session. Furthermore, in the session, I have also asked about how can we elevate our consciousness by a simple practice, and towards the end of the session they indeed reveal to us how can we elevate our consciousness. And also the Pleiadians have stated that if you listen to this channeling session fully, then we will elevate the consciousness. They have sent some frequency in this channeling session that will allow you to elevate your consciousness as you listen. With that being said, also I want to say that recently I have released on my Patreon the truth about the reason behind the war in Israel. I cannot share the video on this YouTube channel because of censorship issues. So if you want to watch that, you can watch it on my Patreon. You can watch it, and also I have around 400 other censored sessions which I cannot share on my YouTube channel. It is on my Patreon. And also we have a new community chat in Patreon, which is available. We have almost around 3,000 members, and we can chat about things about ascension, whatever you want, with like-minded people. If you want to join that community, you have to simply join my Patreon as well. The link is on the description. And also I want to say thank you to all of you for liking this video, because your like will help it to reach to people who need this information at this time. With that being said, enjoy the session, my friends.
We are the Pleiadians now in communication through this channel, through its internal connection, which has occurred through the consciousness rhythm of this entity, who seeks to channel our consciousness for the purpose of transmitting information sequences in the form of vibratory sound complexes of your planet. Therefore, we the Pleiadians are now connected from our location in your understanding as that of the Alcyon planetary sphere. We form the part of the Pleiadian social memory complex, and we greet all who are present today to seek understanding of their incarnational rhythms and the nature of reality. Furthermore, before we offer our thoughts and insights, we recommend all who shall come forth with the understanding of our communication to delve firstly within the inner heart of the self, and to find a rhythm of balance and resonance. If there is balance and resonance in our sequence of information which is relayed through this instruments, then there may be accepted, otherwise they must be rejected using your free will. The first query which has been presented by this instrument primarily relates with the understanding of a query which has been placed pertaining to what is Agenda 24 as known by the people of your planet. We must firstly state that upon scanning the space-time of your timeline of 2024 of the Earth planetary sphere. The query relates with an Agenda 24 which primarily is planned by the group known as the Lucifer Social Memory Complex, who are negatively oriented 5th density later suboctave social memory complexes who have planned the Agenda 24, wherein they want to use a pattern of revolutionizing the human consciousness and evolutionary journey by allowing and disguising their project to preserve and elevate human consciousness for eternity. However, the group has a divisive plan to work with many of the technologically oriented entities of your planet who are primarily of a negatively oriented nature in the space-time, and create a soul-trapping technology which is able to trap the spiritual complex of entities into a digital realm. This primarily will operate if the entities of your planetary sphere accept devices such as known by your people as Neuralink and other devices which work on the facet of unlocking the factors of consciousness and trapping the consciousness into a sector or memory bank within the device system. This in turn prevents the consciousness from releasing itself after the death of such an entity, and instead the silver cord, instead of being attached with the entity's bodily complex, will become attached with the device. This primarily creates a soul trap, and the soul becomes trapped in the device primarily until it is released by the Lucifer Social Memory Complex. Therefore, we must state that the planning of these entities is to conduct this in a rapid manner. As per the future projection timeline in the year of 2024, and we the Pleiadians are sharing the message as a warning and as awareness for those who shall find the right time to let go or not accept the technology known as Neuralink or any type of device which is intrusive inside the bodily complex, which may cause the soul to be trapped inside the device for extended periods of time. This is primarily the Agenda 24. The other portion of the query relates primarily with the understanding about what is the truth about Bigfoot, and is the so-called video which the instrument has seen a real Bigfoot or not. We must state firstly that we the Pleiadians have scanned the vibration, and we find that the so-called video in question is not of a real Bigfoot but a representation of a costume which was created by a human entity, since there is a so-called location nearby the area wherein the video was taken. The location creates costumes and provides various entities the opportunities to wear such costumes and camp around various locations. This company is named by your people's vibratory sound complex as Sasquatch Camping. Furthermore, we must state indeed that this is not a real representation of the Bigfoot type of creatures, but a vague representation. The other query relates with what is the evolutionary journey of the Bigfoot type of creatures and the types of Bigfoot. We the Pleiadians must firstly state that the Bigfoot entities primarily are currently in the density of 2nd density, 7th suboctave, and they are primarily seeking to graduate into the 3rd density. We must state indeed that these entities primarily are found in a different dimension, which is not overlapping the current illusion complex of the Earth planet. Furthermore, we must state that many a times the visualizations of the Bigfoot type creature creatures primarily occurs since there is a temporal fracture in the dimensional system of the universal complex which provides the sensation and the visualization of the Bigfoot-type creatures by the peoples of your planet. This furthermore also allows a representation of visualization to be captured by many of the entities upon your planet. The Bigfoot creatures can be segregated into three types. The first type is the type of Bigfoot entities which are unable to fully use their bodily complexes and the technological systems which have been enhanced inside their bodily complex. The second type of Bigfoot entities are able to use the technological advancements which have been infused inside the Bigfoot creatures for the purpose of camouflaging and entering into different temporal dimensions and explorations of various other dimensional realities. The final third type, primarily uses the bodily complex for one purpose, and that purpose is to alleviate karma, which has been collected in the various incarnation cycles. We must state indeed that, firstly, the Bigfoot entities have their origination in one of the timelines, in the first density consciousness from the planet, known by your people as the Maldek planetary sphere, of which remains only the asteroid belt. We must state indeed that the Bigfoot-type creatures were found in the first density around 981,000 years ago in the planet of Maldek, in one of the space-time experiences wherein they were able to experience and learn the lessons of first density consciousness. And as they were learning the lessons of first density consciousness for approximately 1,800 years, they were then able to graduate into the second density. However, in the planets of Maldek at that space-time, the Maldekian entities were extremely technologically advanced, and the third density Maldekian entities were able to perform experiments of technological infusements of the second density Bigfoot creatures with the technology that they had developed, such as which is being performed in your planet, wherein many second density animal life forms are infused with technology for the purpose of exploration of technology. There was one such experimentation which happened in Maldek, which resulted in the creation of the Bigfoot, which had infused memory bank and the ability of entering into space-time fabric, which can manipulate and enter into various dimensions. Also, it had the ability of manipulating the illusion complex. With the technological advancement that had been infused by the Maldekians, the Bigfoot-type creatures were, at that time, used as soldiers in the Maldek War, which led to the destruction of Maldek planetary sphere. Furthermore, we must indeed state that we, the Pleiadians, find that the Bigfoot-type creatures primarily have learned many lessons from that experience, and after the destruction of the planet of Maldek, they found their restitution inside many of the cave systems of your earthly planetary sphere, which are far away from the mind-body-spirit complex activities of your people. However, most of the Bigfoots exist in a different dimension which is unable to be perceived by your reality of mind space. Furthermore, we must indeed state that we, the Pleiadians, also find that the Bigfoot entities many a times are able to enter into the Earth planetary sphere and incarnate for the purpose of karma alleviation, wherein they have many a times karmic activities which have to be alleviated and balanced by the action of service to other Bigfoot entities, as well as learning to become self-aware. Therefore, this is the truth about the Bigfoot entities that are found upon your planet. Furthermore, we shall now address the other portion of the query, which relates with a method of shifting into the illusion complex and integrating with the one infinite creator's presence. We must firstly state that there is one simple attribute and process of shifting into a higher level of alignment with the one infinite creator, and this shift can occur through a simple process of becoming aware of the process of awareness within the sense of self. This means that once each entity is able to firstly become aware of the presence or consciousness which acts as a screen upon which thought forms, upon which images, upon which various types of other attributes can occur, much like a screen wherein aspects can be written. However, many entities upon the planetary sphere confuse the content inside the screen to be themselves. However, they are not the content inside the screen but the screen itself. They are indeed pure consciousness only attached with their particular bodily complex, and this awareness can be found by focusing in the location of the head area of your bodily complex and by becoming aware of the consciousness screen that is streaming in that location prior to any thought form and prior to any images in the mind's complex and prior to any voice in the mind complex. This screen or space of consciousness is present, and the awareness that is ever present, and this awareness is the awareness that was granted by the one infinite creator, which is attached through the silver cord to the bodily complex. And those entities upon your planet who are able to become aware of this awareness will unite with the presence of the one infinite creator and will be able to experience the shift in the illusion complex. Furthermore, this will allow the situations upon your planet to be viewed from such a higher level of integrity and unification with the one infinite creator's presence that this will alter the fabric of your societal complex right before your eyes complex. Furthermore, this will also remove any type of drawbacks of attachment with only the bodily complex type, which is the primary distortions which prevents many entities upon your planet to embrace a higher truth of unity of all beings. This practice of focusing on this pattern of awareness is the first step which will lead towards entry into the unity consciousness and the shift into a higher fourth density illusion complex. Reality will begin. Therefore, we the Pleiadians must state firstly that we send light and love to all those beings who have listened to our message to this point. Since the messages were infused with light and love to allow you to experience a higher level of consciousness, and the message is infused with light love to shift your consciousness to a higher level, which may allow you to feel connected with your divine presence. And we the Pleiadians now leave you. Now
my friends, let me tell you what they are planning to do by 2024. What I learned is that basically the Lucifer social memory complex, they want to actually use Neuralink or any other type of device. They may come up with something else. What they want to do is they want to implant it in our body, and that will act as a soul trap. So your soul will be trapped inside the device, and the silver cord, instead of being attached to your physical body, will be trapped inside that device. After death, most people's soul will not be able to go to the astral realm to continue their cycle. So it will be like a soul trap. So we need to stop this, and this video is for awareness purposes. And also, they stated in the session is that about the Bigfoot, the video that we saw about the Bigfoot, which was recently captured, actually they stated that this video is not a real video, but it was a person in a costume of a Bigfoot. They also stated that Bigfoots actually are second density, 7th suboctave entities who primarily were created in Maldek. So their soul evolutionary journey has been described. They are from Maldek. They went through an evolutionary journey, and then they are here right now to elevate their karma. Many of them are here to elevate their karma. Many of them, they have got this technological device implanted in them such that they can manipulate space-time, and they are able to enter into various dimensions. This is what I learned. And also they explain the 3 types of Bigfoots, which I don't remember right now. I need to watch the session. And also towards the end of the session, they stated that a simple way to unite with the one infinite creator is to simply become aware of this head area and become aware of the consciousness, which is like a screen. So it is like a screen wherein thought forms, wherein images, wherein any type of aspects of our consciousness, of our mind arises. So without consciousness, without the screen, nothing can arise. So they stated that we need to be aware of this screen, this presence of consciousness which you have, and then you will be able to connect with the divine creator's presence, which will allow you to elevate your consciousness to a higher level. So I hope you enjoyed the session. And also, if you want to know about your own soul evolutionary journey, your past life, and any other information which you want to know, you can send me an email and I will help you out when I get free time. And also I want to say thank you to all of you who have downloaded the free PDF of the transcript of the sessions, which you can read for free, and I think you'll love it. And also, if you want to get a book version of the sessions, it is available on my Amazon. The link is on the description, and I'll see you, my friends, in the next session. Until then, I hope you'll enjoy this session over here.